Well, welcome back to Bobcat. We're going to get ready here to reload some 44 mags and going to be using HP38 powder at 10 grains, and we'll eventually be putting some Berry's 220 grain jacketed bullets on top of that. So we'll get started here. Going to put in the 10 grains of charge. And I think we'll do a couple of those and dump them. And we'll hit the auto repeat. We'll dump that one again, and now we'll turn on our check scales here. And tear it, and we'll get started. That came out to 990, so it's just a little light. $9.98. $9.96. $9.92. I'm actually running this across two little digital check weight scales because I've had issues with these digital scales drifting. $9.98. $9.86. So while I'm doing this, I'm checking how this automatic measure is doing as well. $9.90. $9.90. And I'm getting a little higher number out of this second scale. 9.92, that's more around what we had been getting. Again, that was just a hair on the low side, probably could have taken it. .96. And for our last one, we have a nice shiny new piece of brass. .92. And that is it. We got powder loaded in 50 cases, and we'll shut down here with the powder measuring and seat some bullets here in a bit. So anyhow, we'll take a break. Well, get here, we'll seat some bullets. Again, these are berries, 220 grain, just jacketed bullets. So we'll start out here. And get some seated. Get a measurement on this first bullet. And it's got to go down quite a bit more than that. I think that's about it. We'll put it in the check thing here, and it goes in and out just fine. So I think we're pretty good there. We can go ahead and start seating the rest of these bullets. Check a couple more. And before I started putting the bullets in, we took a good look in the cases to make sure there isn't any unusual amount of powder, either short or extra. And it looks like we're good. So we'll go ahead and continue seating bullets. These cases had already been expanded, so it makes it where the bullets will sit on top of the case well. And we're just putting these together just for general shooting. That's the reason I wasn't super particular on the powder measurements, even though I think really was fairly consistent. When I was measuring powder by hand, I tried to get it right on the screws, but with the automatic measurer, I'd have to set it a little light and then use the trickle charge, the hand trickle charge, in order to get it right on the screws. But just for general shooting, the load we have here is kind of middle of the road load for these bullets. So they're not going to be over pressured or under pressured much. Main thing is that they go bang. And these bullets are slippery. And of course, part of that is because my hands are dry. With it being cold outside, we have fairly low humidity inside. And we'll check another one here, make sure we haven't drifted to any extent. No, it looks like we're good. And we're coming down to the end. And this is the last bullet to seat. So we'll take another break and put in the crimp die and crimp these 50 bullets as well. Well, we're back with the 44 mags, and we're going to go ahead and crimp the each one, crimp the bullets in. And that's pretty easy to do this. Every now and then you get one that's a little thicker up here at the top and it wants a drag. That looks like we're getting a pretty good crimp there. That one was a little tight. Let me back my crimp off just a little bit. Yeah, that seems maybe a hair better. We'll see. Yeah. Those first few I may have crimped them a little hard. You can tell while you're crimping these, some of these are a little heavier around the bullet than others. So they crimp a little bit harder. Oh, that one went really easy, maybe too easy. I expect that depends on what make of bullet it is. That one went in pretty easy also. Okay. So that's 50 44 mags with 220 grain jacketed bullets with 10 grains of HP38, which on the measuring it's more like 9.9 grains. Is probably more of the bullets were closer to 9.9 than they were to 10.0. But for general shooting, they should be fine. So if you hung in here this long, I'm impressed, because these kind of videos are not really exciting. So anyhow, thanks for being here, and everybody take care. And this will probably be after the holidays, but if it would happen to be before the holidays, everybody have a good Christmas and New Year's. So everybody take care.